Guys, we just got some amazing news less than an hour ago on an article on Game Rant that is saying that Sabre Interactive, the team who made the absolute banger of a game that was Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, is now developing an RPG for Avatar: The Last Airbender. And really quick, before we get into the article and specifically why I am so excited for the Sabre Interactive team to be creating this RPG in the Avatar: The Last Airbender universe, I woke up today with over 250 subscribers. If you guys aren't subscribed and you do like the channel and like the video, please subscribe if you guys are interested. I do live streams, I do videos every single day, sometimes multiple. I also post clips, multiple clips a day, so I love you guys, and let's get into the video. So as I was mentioning, this is the article right here. It was posted only 45 minutes ago. This is on Game Rant titled, Sabre Interactive announces new Avatar: The Last Airbender game. And this is by a guy named Derek Nichols. So as we go in here, Derek writes, Sabre Interactive and Paramount Studios announced a new AAA RPG set within the Avatar: The Last Airbender universe, teasing that it's going to be the biggest game yet for the franchise. Even though the beloved Avatar: The Last Airbender series came to a close in 2008, there has been a lot of different popular things over the years with this series, like The Legend of Korra, various video game releases. All of the video games, in my opinion, have been pretty booty cheeks for the most part. A Fortnite collaboration, that was actually a good season, I ain't gonna lie, as well as a live action adaptation from Netflix. Now, all I'm going to say really quickly about the Netflix adaptation, it's not good. It's mid, it's not great, it's a little bit booty cheeks, it's nowhere close to as bad as M. Night Shyamalan's movie. That was the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. But all in all, this gets me excited for an RPG, something that I have not necessarily seen or played within the Avatar universe so far. As we keep going here, he says, still many fans have felt that the series has not reached its potential in terms of video games, like I was just mentioning. Me as well. I do not think we've gotten anywhere close to the potential that they could actually explore in this world. With many released entries falling short of fans' lofty expectations originally established by the animated series from the original show creators. However, the future of the franchise appears bright, not only because of the content being created by the studios, but with a number of games on the horizon, including a dedicated competitive multiplayer Avatar fighting game, which has been announced earlier this year, and now with the new AAA Avatar RPG that is in development by Sabre Interactive. Now, as a big of a fan I am of competitive multiplayer games, I don't think this lends as well for the Avatar universe in terms of expanding the world and making people not only that have loved Avatar, but have not really dove into the Avatar lore very much to be immersed in the world. The world is so much bigger than the main characters or the characters that were shown in the original anime and The Legend of Korra. And I think if you actually develop an RPG within this world, especially by a team like Sabre Interactive team, who just pulled me completely into the Warhammer 40k universe, I don't see how anything other than this RPG could be better for this world. I genuinely don't. Like I was saying about the Sabre Interactive team in Warhammer 40k, I was never a Warhammer fan until I played Space Marine 2. And now every night I'm literally laying my head in bed, waking up my girlfriend because I'm watching lore videos about this universe. That's what they could do for the Avatar franchise if they deliver a game as good as Warhammer. Especially if you add a multiplayer mode with that, you have the main single player mode, you have those like operations modes. If you have that same exact formula for the Avatar universe, guys, we could be looking at a complete banger here. Obviously, I do want them to improve and innovate on the formula that they created, but that game was very good on release, and I think they could do the same thing and deliver for a different world like Avatar, the same way they did for 40k, and get people immersed in the universe that have not experienced the universe outside of the main characters and the main cast. Going further in this article, it says, in a new announcement, Sabre Interactive and Paramount Game Studios revealed a new action RPG set within Avatar Legends universe. Also in collaboration with DeMartini and Konetsk, I don't know how to say that, Avatar Studios, this new Avatar game aims to tell a story with a never-before-seen Avatar that takes place thousands of years in the past. Guys, imagine an RPG where you're the avatar and you're going through the entire game, mastering the 4 elements. Your combat is changing consistently throughout the whole entire game as you get new elements and you start mastering the different elements. Oh, it could be so damn cool. While development on the game is still in the early stages, details remain slim, though Sabre is aiming to release the game both on PC and consoles sometime in the future. That's awesome. I'm a huge PC guy, but I understand why a lot of people are going to be playing this on console as well. I think a lot of these type of RPGs lend well on the consoles versus the PC, especially if this game can come out maybe on the PlayStation 5 Pro or even the PlayStation 6. We'll have to see depending on how many years in the future this game is actually going to come out, but I'll definitely be covering news as we go further and as more details start to arise. Even without many of the details, Sabre is aiming to keep many of the core franchise pillars, such as an immersive and vibrant world, mastering the 4 elements, as well as dynamic combat alongside companion characters that the Avatar franchise has been known for. Like I was just mentioning, if you make a game where the world is so damn immersive, you have the vibrant world, very akin to the 40K universe on how they built that world out, and then you have a combat system where as you go through the game, you're picking up and mastering all of these different elements, and you use the different elements to defeat enemies in different ways or different puzzles, and you're using the different elements to get through different parts of the world. Oh my god, especially with the air element, if they have like a flying open world type of thing. Oh, guys, this game could be so cool. If they do this right, it could be so cool. I think an RPG lends perfectly to the Avatar universe. Paramount Senior Vice President of Games and Emerging Media acknowledged fan desires for more stories within the universe through games like this. They'll be able to expand the world building and allow fans to experience new content in a more immersive way. Yes. Sabre Interactive head of intellectual property development and licensing also admitted it's an honor not only to work alongside Paramount and Avatar, but also be able to further expand the Avatar Legends universe in video games. Yep. All told, 2024 has been a great year for Sabre Interactive. I don't even need to read this. They dropped Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. It's been a great year for them. If they could figure out the multiplayer for that game and why I'm not joining server every 2 seconds, other than that, the game's amazing. Earlier this year, Sabre was also sold by Embracer to Beacon Interactive, a company owned by one of its co-founders, Matthew Karch. However, more significantly, the sale also allowed Sabre to retain many of its subsidiary companies and IPs in a move that both sides called a win-win. But all in all, this game is still in very early development, so hopefully a couple months, couple years down the road, we get a reveal, we get some more details, and I'll definitely be covering that. I'm very excited about this game. I'm very excited for Sabre Interactive to make another game that's an RPG that is a very immersive experience for both fans of the Avatar universe and people that haven't discovered the Avatar universe as much as some other people or grown up with the show and things like that. I definitely think if you have a main campaign where you play as the Avatar, you master these 4 elements, you use the different elements to get across the world in different ways, to defeat different type of enemies in different ways. You could also have a operations mode similar to 40K where there are missions alongside the main story where you could pick a specific element and you could pick a specific character that has one element, and you could work with your team to do the same thing, kind of like in the single player mode, but each member of your team has a different element and you have to work together to do different things within that multiplayer co-op mode. I think it could also have a multiplayer online kind of competitive mode as well. That could be very good where you kind of pick those classes as well. I think that would be super cool. I don't really know how the game's going to be. I'm just kind of going off of the formula that they just created for Warhammer, but there are a lot of really good ideas. There are a lot of really cool things that you could do in the Avatar world, in the Avatar universe, especially with a team that has been releasing good games and specifically released one of my favorite games of the year in a universe that I wasn't super big fan of until that game released. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like I mentioned, we're at 250 subscribers now, so I really appreciate you guys loving this content. If you guys like this video, please like the video and comment down below if you guys are excited for this game and what you would like to see in this game. Really appreciate you guys for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.